Hello, I just wanted to get on and share. Mother's Day used to be a very, very difficult day for me. I used to hate Mother's Day. I used to try my best not to be at church on Mother's Day. I would like play hooky from church because it was very painful. Sometimes I would go to church and someone would come up to me and they'd be like, "Happy Mother's Day," and it would just break my heart because my husband and I struggled with infertility for a lot of years, for about 10 years, and we had three confirmed miscarriages, and it was just a very sad day where I would grieve, and it would be very hurtful for me. And so I kind of just wanted to reach out to people that might be struggling with Mother's Day. Maybe you've lost a parent. Maybe you can't be with your kids on Mother's Day. Maybe you're like me and you struggle with infertility. God can turn things around. God can restore you. One way God can restore you is through prayer. In Job 42:10, it says that God restored Job when he prayed for his friends. And Job had lost everything, but God turned things around in his life. And I used to, when people would be like, "Oh, you need to pray," I'm like, "Don't you have a better answer? Don't you have a book that I could read or something that can help me?" But really, just taking at least 5 minutes a day, set a timer, take 5 minutes a day to just pray. Pray for God's favor, pray for your friends, pray for restoration, pray for your friends' restoration. God can make a huge change in your life. Also, not focusing on the negative, but focusing on the testimonies of others. At the time that I was dealing with infertility, my mom had a terrible brain aneurysm and she ended up in the hospital, and they said she'll never walk, she'll never talk, she'll never be the same. And God healed her after we prayed for her. And when I saw that God could heal my mom, I knew that God could change things for me and could change the course of whether or not I could have a child or not, could heal. I had all kinds of fertility issues. I had probably everything wrong that could be wrong. And the Lord, when the Lord he not only gave my doctors wisdom, but also healed my body, and I was able to conceive a daughter who's 5 years old. I have a 5-year-old named Chloe now, and she's a blessing to our lives. But there were many years when Mother's Day was hurtful and hard and difficult, and it was hard for me. And there are moms throughout the Bible that had a difficult time. We look at Samuel's mom, who Hannah, who just saw all the women around her that had children, and it hurt her, and she would just weep in the church, and she would weep so badly that the priest thought she was drunk because she was weeping so much. But the Lord turned things around when she promised to give Samuel to him and dedicate his life to the Lord, and that can happen for you. We see Hagar, who was an outcast. Maybe you're a mom that feels like you've been an outcast and that no one understands your situation and no one understands what you're going through. In Genesis 16:13, God, when Hagar left, God met her, and she said, "You are the God who sees me." And God sees you today. He sees what you're going through. He knows if you're grieving. He knows if you're grieving a parent. He knows if you're grieving a child. He knows if you're grieving for your current situation. If you feel like you're cast off and no one understands what you're going through, believe me, there were times I had good friends that had children, that had babies, and I could not even look at social media because I'd see pictures of their babies and I'd see stuff that said #blessed. And I was like, well, why is the Lord not blessing me? What have I done? And it can be very, very hurtful. I'd also ask people to be sensitive on Mother's Day to people that might be going through a difficult time, that might not be able to conceive, might not be able to have a child, might have lost a child, might have lost a parent. And I'm just going to want to ask pastors, if you're a pastor on Mother's Day, give a moment maybe to pray for those people, maybe to bring those people up. Hey, if you're having a difficult time today, we are there for you. We are your family. We love you. And pray for those people. Pray for hope. Pray for miracles. And the church needs to be there for those women who are struggling with Mother's Day. But I'm here to encourage you today that God can restore you. God sees you. God knows what you're going through. God is the God who sees you, and He wants to turn things around. God is the God of miracles. With man, things aren't possible. With God, All things are possible, and He can turn your situation around. I'm here for you. If you need to talk to someone or chat with someone, if you want to send me a private message, or even if you want to call me, send me a private message, we can talk and I can pray with you. The Lord wants to turn things around for you today. And He wants to get you where you don't hate Mother's Day, but that where you can see God do a miracle in your life and change your current situation, because He wants to do that. So be encouraged today. God can restore you and turn things around so that you can enjoy Mother's Day. I love you. God loves you. Have a good day. Bye.